I'm a strong, independent black woman and I don't need no man. Where the fuck did that come from?
Where did that come from?
See, the Democratic Party put that into our women's head. And the government understood that if they dismantle the black family, that's how we control them. And ever since then, the black family has been destroyed by the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. I'm not going to even just X them out of the fray, but we trust the Democratic Party. That's why I talk about them a little bit more than the Republican Party. And see, the thing is, once they got that man out of the house, they gave that man crack. And then they gave that man a gun. And then they gave that man the bottle, the alcohol bottle. And then they gave that man nothing. And then they gave power to the women. Women have been running the black community for the last probably 40 years. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Dutch, the Black Non-Democrat. All right, folks, on today's video, I'm going to be asking a question, and you probably seen it on the thumbnail. Did the U.S. government create single mothers? And I know when you read that, you're like, what do you mean? You know, they didn't create single mothers. You know, the crack epidemic created single mothers. Men, deadbeat dads created single mothers. They leave these women for to take care of these children. What are you talking about, Dutch? This is a stupid question. Why would you put that on the thumbnail? Why would you put that in your title? The government had nothing to do with single mothers. Shit. That is a lie. I start to think to myself sometimes, and you know, I come up with these little conspiracy theories. And it's not far-fetched because at the end of the day, like I always say, I speak facts on these here videos and I just give my opinions on said facts. But I was thinking a couple of years ago, I'm like, man, you know, I can just see them in a government bunker, right? Just a lot of generals and government officials and state representatives and all of these people smoking cigarettes in the 1950s in this room like, damn, you know, we've been trying to break the family of these Negroes for years, man. Everything we do seems to make them more stronger. We hang their men, we beat their men, we beat their children. Matter of fact, we took one of them and, you know, beat him up and threw him in the lake, shot him in the head and put a fan on him. His name is Emmett Till. But that seemed to make them stronger, man. They keep coming back more and more and more, and they're getting married. They're out there prospering. They got this block Wall Street. We need to tear that down. Anyway, they got a lot of stuff out here, but we cannot break them. What we need to do is dismantle their whole operation. How do we do this? And I can just picture a man in the back, right? White man in the back on the Democratic Party, right? Just chilling in the back and with a cigarette, and you know, he's in the dark and he just comes in the light like, you guys don't understand. I've been studying the Negro, and the thing is, the weakest link is their women. Our women are doing this feminist thing right now, right? But what we can do is create that in their community. How about that? And everybody's like, speak this feminist thing a little bit more. Okay, our women, they're trying to fight against us right now, right? They're coming up with this feminist thing and they want to, have jobs and all of this thing, right? Okay. What we can do is hire a white woman that's not a part of the feminist movement, the real one, but make it seem as if she's a part of that. And then she get a whole bunch of other white women to infiltrate these neighborhoods and go into these neighborhoods and tell these black women that, they really don't need a man. And on top of that, they are independent. And on top of that, if they want some government assistance, we're right here. We can help them. The government can definitely help them. And that's exactly what happened. See, in the 1960s, people, the black community was infiltrated by fake feminist operatives, you see? And government officials made it to where they understood that they have to get to the woman. And in the beginning, the woman and the man was scheming. They were like, all right, we're going to fake like you don't live in the apartment or the house, because they can't have a man living in the household while they get this welfare, right? So basically what they did was, just work the government until the woman started to realize, I don't need him to do this. I can actually do it by myself. And that's where that independent mindset came from. See, the Democratic Party put that into our women's head. And the government understood that if they dismantle the black family, that's how we control them. And ever since then, the black family has been destroyed by the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. I'm not going to even just X them out of the fray, but we trust the Democratic Party. That's why I talk about them a little bit more than the Republican Party. And see, the thing is, once they got that man out of the house, they gave that man crack. And then they gave that man a gun. And then they gave that man the bottle, the alcohol bottle. And then they gave that man nothing. And then they gave power to the women. Women have been running the black community for the last probably 40 years. And they know that women aren't supposed to be leading like this. It's always supposed to be the man. See, the thing about it is, people fail to realize that men and women have certain roles. It doesn't mean that women are better than men or men are better than women. The thing is, we have two different roles. Men are there for the protection of the household, the woman, the children, the whole establishment of family. And women are there to nurture, to teach these children, to take care and facilitate all of what the man represents and the man protects. It is not supposed to be. It is unnatural, baby. It is not natural for women to be running these cultures. You see? But we have been doing this, and look what transpired ever since. We have over 94% black on black crime. Black young males make up for 50% of violent crimes right now. We have over 84% of single mothers in these communities. That means at least 80% of babies being born are born without a father in the household, without any type of father in their lives. You as a woman cannot raise a boy to be a man. So what happens is, you try to raise that boy. You try to do all of these things, but you can't. So you lord over that boy. You dictate to that boy. You beat that boy at times. You tell that boy, shut the fuck up, listen to what I say, and never give him an explanation of why you say these things. You say, because I said so. And that little boy has all of this animosity built up because he can't hit his mother. So when he goes out into the street and someone disrespects him, or step on his J's, now he's ready to fight or shoot or get shot. See, the thing about it is the government has created the single mother in all cultures to combat the family, the nuclear family. And that's what I talk about here on this channel. Y'all, take heed to what has been done to not only the black community, but to the white community, the Hispanic community, and the Asian community. The thing about it is they just tested it on us and they figured out, bam, ooh, that works. So that man that was sitting in the back of that room smoking that cigarette came out to the light and said, this is how we destroy a whole community. Y'all go down in the comment section and tell me what you think of this topic. Add to it, take away, but let's think of some solutions to turn this thing around, baby, because I do have faith. Do you? I'm out. Y'all make sure that you stay unplugged from false narratives. Peace. Be safe.